Come pick me up, drag me from the shadows, babe. Give me your love, you'll be my escape. Come turn me on, key inside you.
Hello and welcome to today's video. I am going to be showing you my 5 to 9 after my 9 to 5. Basically what I do when I come home after work every day. I do try and always vacuum twice a day. You guys know that. Also, my kitchen is the worst room of the house, so I try to keep that, somewhat tidy and kept up during the week. I try to do it at least every day. Well, maybe every other day, but I try my best, and that's all I can do, right? That's all we can all do. But I also always have laundry, so that needs to be taken care of. You guys know that I could spend days, if not weeks, just picking clean clothes out of a basket because folding laundry and putting it away is probably my most hated cleaning chore. I don't know, it's just boring. I just don't enjoy it whatsoever. But I did have a load that needed to be folded and put away. That way I had clothes for the week. I did just do like a big load of laundry when I got home from my trip because I had so many things I needed to wash. But I wanted to go ahead and get that done. And then I also decided to make the bed. Not because I'm a daily bed maker, because you guys know I'm not, but it is nice to get into a freshly made bed, and I was headed there shortly, and I was like, I'm going to make this as good on myself as humanly possible. So I did go ahead and get the bed done, and then I moved on into the kitchen to make sure that I had all of that cleaned up because I had a ton of dishes everywhere. I had a lot of pots that I needed to clean, and it was starting to stink. So I made sure I got in there and got that cleaned.
It's okay. Front seat, calling shotgun, my lover. Driving through the city lights. Haunted by my past, I was certain, but now I see the signs. R.I.P. to the boys who never left me. R.I.P. to the heartbreak and the nonsense. R.I.P. to the boys who screwed me over. R.I.P. R.I.P. Take my hand, kiss me in the neon light. I want it bad, 'cause you love me right. I never thought that I could deserve this kind of love, but now I got you, my baby. Front seat, call it shotgun, my lover. Driving at the speed of light. Haunted by my fears, I was heading. I see my future now. R.I.P. to the boys who never left me. R.I.P. to the heartbreak and the nonsense. R.I.P. to the boys who screwed me over. R.I.P. R.I.P. We'd have thought I was enough, my baby. Kept me around 'cause I was fine. Just crazy. Not really someone we could love, my baby. Then you came into my life. R.I.P. to the boys who never left me. R.I.P. to the heartbreak and the nonsense. R.I.P. to the boys who screwed me over. R.I.P. R.I.P.
So when I tell y'all that my kitchen was starting to stink, I was not even kidding about it. Ruben had made smash burgers like the night before this. And you know how like that grease smell and burger smell and, just that smell can just linger? That's what it was doing in here. So that big black tray, you'll see me wash it here in a second. So he just takes that outside. Like he has one other plate that he'll take out all of the hamburger, chicken, or whatever he's doing. And then he'll take another one to bring it back up. And so there was like all this grease and nasty stuff still left on that tray. And then everything in the pots and pans. Oh my gosh, it was disgusting. He had actually done like a crock pot full of beans. maybe 2 nights before that. And then I had reheated them the following night and made me some little bean and cheese crispy tacos. So yeah, it was starting to stink really bad in there. And I was like, I'm not going to go another day without getting this kitchen cleaned. So I made sure if I didn't do anything at all this day, it was getting this kitchen done and getting these dishes cleaned up, because it was definitely gross. I also thought about doing like a dishwasher deep clean, and I always watch other people do it, and they like unscrew that little middle piece that's inside the dishwasher itself, and there's always like nasty stuff and gunk and like food and all that stuff, and like that's what stinks. Now my dishwasher doesn't stink at all, but I'm like, okay, we've had this probably 2 years now. It's got to be full of nastiness, right? No, it's not. So I went ahead and I started to film it because I was just going to do it really quickly, and I took the thing off. She's like clean as a whistle. I don't know what's going on. My dishes are clean, so it's going somewhere. I'm not exactly sure, but these pots would not fit in there, and I went ahead and just decided to spray them down and wash them by hand. You guys also know, if you watched my last video, I did a Dollar Tree cleaning products dupe type style video, and I had heard that there was a Dawn Power Wash dupe at the Dollar Tree, so I did go and get it, and I did test it out, and as you can see, I'm using my Dawn because that to me is the only thing that's gonna work. I'm telling you what, if you've not tried it yet, please do, and then if you don't like it, you can tell me. That's perfectly fine. But especially like on nights that I don't get in the kitchen and I don't clean up stuff, and I have anything like baked on the dishes or pots or anything like that, just like squirt this Dawn on there. You walk away for a minute and you come back, and it literally will just rinse clean. It's a miracle, and I love it so much. But yeah, that crock pot had been sitting, I don't know, a few days at that point. Now there was nothing in it. I will say that we did have a liner in there, because I'm not a psychopath. I'm not gonna just put stuff directly into a crock pot. I don't get that. Anyways, but it was still stinky, so we had to get it washed. And then I also decided to use some of the all-purpose spray that I picked up from that Dollar Tree haul, and spray down my cabinets and my, what are those called? Countertops, because it smells really good, and it works really good actually. The only complaint, and it's not really a complaint, it was just a concern that I had mentioned in that video, was I didn't think that it disinfected anything. And somebody in my comments said something along the lines of, you don't need a disinfectant unless there was like a spill or germs. I don't know. I don't understand. I feel like anything in the kitchen and the bathroom needs to be disinfected. I don't care what it is. So, it's a nice cleaner. I use it, like I said, and we don't like put raw food on the countertops or anything like that ever. But still, germs are germs. Am I right? But yeah, if you're interested in seeing any of those products that I picked up or anything else that I found, I will tag that video in the cards of this video. Go and check it out after you watch this one, if you're interested in seeing what all I found.
Simple as that. You have met someone. Such a fool, such a fool. Then we met all alone one night. You let boundaries down, alright, telling me that you're coming back. Almost gave me a heart attack. Now I'm waiting for you, hoping you are true. Now I'm waiting for you. I am such a fool.
All right, so I had to kind of cut this clip short because as I was going to get the vacuum cleaner, Bodie was doing inappropriate things with the blanket. So on behalf of Bodie, I apologize. I can't help it. He's a dog. So anyways, you did see that I got all of his toys picked up out of the floor, and those other 2 blankets that I grabbed, those went directly into the trash. These are just like the main things that he just loves to play with. If you've been around before, I call them his girlfriends, and you can use your own imagination on that. Yeah, so sorry. Anyway, those went directly into the trash because they're dirty and they're gross and they're just like full of dog hair, and I'm not putting those in my washing machine. So we let him keep them for, I don't know, maybe a week or 2, and then we just, get him a new one. I grabbed those little, what are they, like the fleece blankets just from Walmart, and they're like $3. So we try to stock up on them and get like 2 or 3 at a time, and then we just keep them in the closet, and then when it's time for him to have a new one, we just pull it out and give it to him, and it's like Christmas Day every day. But yeah, I went ahead, got everything vacuumed up, and then I decided to throw a load of Ruben's laundry into the washer because I'm a good person, and it was basically just in my way. It was in my basket and I needed my basket, so that's why I did it. Anyway, I got that done. I actually did end up mopping the kitchen floor as well as the entryway because it was gross as usual. And I can't say enough good things about that Bissell Crosswave either. I haven't gotten out my mop and bucket since I picked that thing up. Well, I didn't pick it up. It got delivered. But since I got it, I have not used anything else but that. I love that stinking thing. It's so awesome. I love it. Now, usually I do like to go ahead and clean my bathroom as well, only because it's just like a tornado after every morning when I get ready in there. On this day I didn't because it wasn't that bad, but I've always got this fear because that bathroom is the main bathroom, of the house. So if for any reason somebody just pops in and they need to use my bathroom, I always want to try to make sure that it's, decent. And it was decent, but, I just hadn't like wiped out the sink or anything like that. So I decided, no, I'm just going to save that for another day. And that's exactly what I did. I felt pretty good about all of the stuff that I had gotten done on this day. Again, I think I've said before, I don't like to spend more than like 30 minutes to an hour if I'm going to do stuff after work. I'm just tired already. Mentally checked out. Like, I don't want to do anything ever else again. But I also know that nobody's going to come in here and clean this house for me. And I also don't want Ruben to come home to, a sink full of dishes and it stinks and trash and stuff like that. So being a working homemaker as I am, I do my best to try to get as much stuff done as I can, but I save all the good stuff like the deep cleaning and things like that, obviously for the weekends. And I find that if I try to stay on top of things like this throughout the week, when I do go to do my deep cleanings, it's not that bad. But then again, sometimes I look around my house and I'm like, how do 2 adults that work all day long make a house look this way? And it's not Bodie. I mean, his stuff is just like toys and dog hair, and I can clean that stuff up because he still hasn't gotten thumbs and he still hasn't helped me around the house at all. I'm just going to start charging him rent. That's it. I've decided. But anyway, yeah, it's just I don't understand how this house gets this way. I honestly and truly don't. But I know I'm not alone. I know that a ton of other people out there work, come home, clean, take care of kids and all that stuff. I totally get it. I was there, mostly all my life myself. And I don't know how I did it. The only other reason that I can think of is that I was a lot younger than I am now, because now, I just want to come home and go to bed. So after I got all of this stuff done, I did take Bodie out and we played in the backyard for a little while. He loves to throw a ball, I'll throw frisbee, and then we'll just walk like our little neighborhood street or whatever. And as long as, he's got his little wiggles out, he's good for the rest of the evening. Like he just, he's chill. I think, in his older age now, he has started to calm down just a little bit, not a whole lot, just a little bit. But I always try to do something with him, and he just, chills out with me for the rest of the evening. If I'm laying in bed or if I'm, in here editing a video or whatever, he's my little sidekick. But I did decide before I went to bed, I was going to go ahead and make Ruben's lunch. That way I don't, sit straight up at 1 o'clock in the morning and be like, oh man, I forgot to do that. He's really been enjoying me doing this. I have tried to do this every single night for like the last, I don't know, couple of months. And he's not picky at all, so you can just pretty much throw together, a sandwich, a bag of chips, and I don't know, a honey bun or something like that, and he's perfectly fine. So I appreciate that about him, and he deserves more than this, but he's happy with this, and that's what I do. And I also always put one of those little notes in his sandwich bags too. I think I've shown you guys these. I grabbed them at Target in the dollar spot. I got one that's just jokes, and then one that has like little inspirational things in there, and I'll always write something on the back of it and put it in there for him. And 9 times out of 10, the next day when he eats his lunch, he'll take a little picture of the note and send it to me, and he just really appreciates it. And I like doing it, so there's that. But I got this finished up, and at this point I'm ready. Like, my house looks decent, it smells good, I feel good about being productive. I've got the lunch made. I've got clean clothes for the next day. It's been vacuumed, nice and cozy. I can go and lay down and not have all of this stuff on my shoulders and in my brain as, why didn't you do something today? But you know what? I did. I went to work all day. So I don't feel that bad about it. At least I came home and I did something, and I try to do it again every single day. I will do something. But sorry for all the ums. I'm really excited. Anywho, I decided that I was going to, try to stay off social media so much. I'm going to try to do it like, a week at a time and see how well I can do. I did grab another new book while I was gone on my business trip. The last one that I did, I got The Housemaid is Watching, and somebody told me there was one before that. Luckily, I had not started it yet, so I went ahead and grabbed that. Of course, some Bubba Snuggles, and we just chill and relax. And you guys know what time it is after that. I gotta get in this drawer and I gotta find my most favoritist Walmart moo of the day. We're gonna throw that on and we are hitting them sheets. But I'm so glad that you guys came today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up and I will start doing some more. This was really fun to make. But I love you and appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.